Blessed Juniper Sarah,
pray for us.
in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It is a great joy to be with you again, but once again, it's under unfortunate circumstances. A year ago, when we gathered here on these steps, we were looking towards another election, hoping that our country would do the right thing, and that didn't happen. And over the past year, we have seen the continual deterioration of Christian values and morals. And just this past week, during this fortnight of freedom, we had the Supreme Court decisions that made us go, huh? I don't know about you, but I tried to read what the justices wrote, and I looked at it and went, huh? Trying to figure out what they were exactly trying to say, other than, if we don't agree with homosexual marriages, we're bigots. I found it very insulting, if anything, because we were standing with our religious beliefs that God gave us the gift of marriage. I was saying this afternoon at the marriage rally down at the courthouse organized by the Shepherds United that we can't redefine marriage. We have no authority to redefine marriage. Marriage is not a human institution. Marriage is a divine institution instituted by God Himself. A gift that has been given to us. That has been given to us. Defined as one man, one woman, bound together in union. This beautiful gift of the sanctity of marriage, which leads to the sanctity of family and the gift of life. And here our country is turning away from that, now redefining marriage. Who do we think we are? We have no authority on this matter. God has given us this gift, and now it's fallen to us to try to protect this gift. You know, it's interesting, and I was thinking back to when I was a kid. It was 1976, and oh, what an amazing time that was. We were all so excited to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the birthday of our country. Everyone, Stars and Stripes forever. You know, so many different patriot songs constantly going on about the wonders of this great country. And here we are 40 years later going, huh? Is this the America I was celebrating 40 years ago? I don't think so. We have come to a very serious time in our country where we are battling for the very soul of our country. Battling to maintain morality, to maintain a sense of truth and goodness, decency, to maintain our Christian identity in a world that is quickly stripping it from us. My brothers and sisters, these are not easy times. We were hoping that last year we would not have to have this rally. We would have to have a victory rally. But we don't have a victory rally this year. This year we have another rally. To rally ourselves, or be rallied by God, to continue to press forward, to continue to be strong, to continue to move forward without backing up, to continue to proclaim the truth of the dignity and the sanctity of human life, the dignity and sanctity of marriage, the dignity and sanctity of family, and to defend our religious freedom to live out our faith in this country. I lived in Philadelphia for 3 years, and I learned when I was in Philadelphia that after the Constitution had been finished written and signed, all the members who signed the document went down to St. Mary's Church, where a Catholic Mass was offered to seal the Constitution. I didn't know that until I lived in Philadelphia. They don't tell you much about that unless you do a little bit of asking. What a beautiful gift we had in that. we as Catholics had a participation in the founding of this country. And now we face the losing of the country we helped found. I said this at the Right for Life banquet last year, and I was thinking about it during the talk, and I'm not trying to compare Barack Obama to Adolf Hitler. Please do not get that impression. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying it. What I'm saying is, when we look back at World War II, and we look at what happened in Germany, the killing of 6 million Jews, 2 million Catholics, and a couple of 100,000 gypsies in death camps. And we always say, look what Adolf Hitler did. Adolf Hitler was one man. Do you know how many men it must take to imprison over 8 million people and to kill 8 million people? As far as we know, and I'm not a specialist on Adolf Hitler, I don't know how many people he personally killed, but he didn't personally kill, as far as we know, any of those people in the death camps. He convinced a society to kill 8 million people. He convinced a culture to turn on 8 million people. And those are the ones who died. That doesn't include the ones in camps. It was a culture that had turned away from God and handed itself over to what we could call pure evil in the sense of what it did. A culture. Our culture is radically turning away from God. That's why it's so important for us to participate in the new evangelization, as Jeremy so beautifully pointed out, that we must respond and heed the call of Blessed John Paul the Great and of Pope Benedict XVI and participate fully in the re-evangelization of this culture. I thank God for the gift of Bishop Rhodes, who is leading on so many of these issues and leading us in the re-evangelization, assisting us, bringing together lawyers to form the St. Thomas More Society so good Catholic lawyers can come together, work together, to assist each other, to assist our culture for the evangelization. In a very short time, Catholic businessmen will be coming together with Monahan, is that the guy who founded Domino's Pizza, the Domino's Pizza guy.
Tom Monahan.
Huh?
Tom Monahan.
Tom Monahan, there it is, my mind went blank. And they'll be coming together to form a Catholic Businessman's Guild. They actually already have one, to a Catholic business, to make it stronger, to get that Catholic identity so that as Catholic businessmen they can start to re-evangelize the culture from their place. And tomorrow night, we'll be hearing from our Catholic Medical Guild. Recently, our Catholic physicians of Fort Wayne started coming together as a means to support one another and to assist the bishop in looking at the various medical problems that we're facing under the mandate, to assist one another in order to address these serious concerns against human dignity. We're going to be hearing from them tomorrow night, so I ask you to be here tomorrow night to hear from our Catholic Physicians Guild. They're going to speak to us about how the HH mandate is going to affect them as physicians and how that's going to affect you and me. And so please come out tomorrow night. But these are examples of how we are forming a Catholic subculture in order to not hide away from what's going on in society, but in order to gather together, strengthen our forces to push forward to bring Christ back into this world. Of course, as Jeremy so beautifully said, it's not done without prayer. We need to pray. We need to do penance. We need to make reparation for these sins against life, the sins against family, the sins against marriage. We need to plead with God for forgiveness, much like Abraham did as he pleaded on his way to Sodom and Gomorrah. Some of you know Father Benedict Rochelle. He once said, pardon me imitating him, but he's an old friend, If God doesn't destroy New York with fire and brimstone, he owes Sodom and Gomorrah an apology. Anyway. Truly, we need to be pleading with the Lord to spare us, to grant us his mercy. And that mercy, as every grace always does, flow through Our Lady. Our Lady came to us at Fatima. She came to us at Guadalupe. She always comes to us to assist us, to intercede for us, to mediate to us every grace we need, especially in the times of our gravest need. And so this evening, like in each of the fortnights we've had, we are going to turn to Our Lady. We're going to sing to her. We're going to pray the rosary. We're going to march down to that courthouse carrying Our Lady of Fatima there. And there we will receive the benediction and return tomorrow night. But we are going to do it through Our Lady, allowing her to lead us. She brought Christ into the world the first time. She'll lead him back into this world for the second. Now, lastly, before they sing, I have one last thing to say, and that is, if you're feeling a bit afraid and worried and frightened about what's going on, I understand. But don't forget, we read the end of the book. We win.
Yeah.
So,